This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now. This is The Oil with Manning and Jacko, and it starts now.
Welcome back to the Junior Oil with Manning and Jacko, another episode. A fun few games here at Bill Hunter Arena this evening. We'll start off, Josh. The Junior Oilers white, 20-0, as we said on pregame. 20-0, 4-0 victory for the Edmonton Junior Oilers white.
What a game.
Yeah. What did you thought? I mean, the shots were 37-17. Just updated them right now.
Well, that just goes to show you the dominating fact, just the domination of the Junior Oilers white. It was their game to win right from the opening puck drop. We mentioned it on the broadcast earlier in the year. The Junior Oilers white had some slow starts in some of their games. Not recently. They improved to 20-0. They win this game 4-0. They shut out the Calgary Fire Red for the third time this season, the third time in 4 games. They've only given up 1 goal against the Calgary Fire. And in 20 games, the Edmonton Junior Oilers white, get this, they've only given up 16 goals.
Oh, my goodness.
In 20 games.
It's crazy.
Like, words can't even describe how insane that is.
Yeah, they're good.
Like, I'm not even going to attempt to try to, verbalize how crazy that is.
Yep.
Because it won't even do it justice.
Yep.
Cadence Richards had a couple goals. Tavia Koshelnik opened the scoring in the first period.
Yep.
And Kiera Grant, surprise, gets on the board as well.
Yeah, she had 3 points in the night as well, to note.
Yeah, I mean, and Taya Christie with a shutout. Another shutout.
Yep.
Another shutout.
Yep.
For Christie. There's, like, are there any holes in this team, Ewan?
I mean, we're yet to see them, but it's a very good hockey team, and I think we've talked about that multiple times on the broadcast. They score a lot of goals, and they're very, very good in their own zone. Very good forecheck, great goaltending. Find different ways to score. Lots of people score. They just have all the abilities to be a great hockey team, and that's what they are. I mean, 4-0 victory against a decent team.
Yeah, it's not like the Calgary Fire are any slouches. They're around 500 on the year. But I'm just looking at this. So after tonight's game, the Oilers white, they're plus 72 in the goal department in 20 games.
Wow.
Wait, that's crazy. So they Oh my goodness. So in 20 games they've scored 88 goals. Wow. So that's averaging 4.1, 4.2 goals a game.
It's crazy.
So they can either, blow you out. They can play a close game and still beat you. Doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah.
How they beat you, because they're gonna beat you.
Yeah, it's really crazy to look at. I mean, 19-0-0.
20-0-0.
Yeah, 20-0-0 now. 11-0 at home, 9-0 on the road. 84 goals for, 16 against, or I guess now
88 goals.
88 goals for.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, plus 72.
Crazy stuff. All around tonight. I mean, we can get into our 3 stars in a second, but there's not much else to say than they were very spectacular tonight. That's all we have to say. They were good in all facets. Yeah, like Calgary, if you came to this hockey game and were watching, Calgary would get a chance, and the Junior Oilers would be on them like that.
Yeah.
It was like, that was the thing I was most impressed about. There was chances for them to skate the puck, Calgary, and as soon as they would get the puck, they would have less than 2 seconds to make a play.
Yeah, and
it resulted going the other way.
Exactly, and because they had such little time, Calgary would make a lot of mistakes because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to give the Oilers forwards credit, though, for helping out the defenders.
Yeah.
They work as a complete unit.
Yeah.
Which is so nice to see, because you want that for any team that you watch on a consistent basis. You want it's a team sport for a reason.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't want just the defending left to your defenseman.
Yeah.
You want everyone involved, and that also goes for the offensive part of the game too.
Yep.
Right. You don't want just the offensive part of the game taken care of by your forwards.
Yeah.
And if you look at the stats for the Oilers, their top point getter is a defender.
Yeah.
In Bree Pettiger.
Yeah.
So that goes to show you that all the players are involved in all the aspects of the game.
Yep.
So they may never lose again, like I mentioned on the broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, as much as we want that, we talked about this on the broadcast as well. Like, for the good of the team, is that the best thing in your opinion? Do you think they going undefeated?
When they went and played the U22s,
yeah,
they didn't win every game there.
No.
So it's not like they're, foreign to losing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way they play. It's hard to picture them losing a game.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's insane to even say that. Like, as I'm saying that, as I'm hearing those words come out of my mouth, I never thought I'd say that about a team I'd be covering, right?
Yeah.
So you got to give them all the credit.
Yeah.
Give them all the credit in the world. It's absolutely incredible. But let's do our 3 stars here.
Yeah.
Of this hockey game.
You do 1 and 3 today.
Okay, I'll do 3 and 1 for the for this game. I think the 3rd star would have to be honorable mention to Kira Grant.
That's fair.
But I think my 3rd star is going to be Tavia Koshelnik. She opened the scoring. I guess the game winner.
Yeah, she's pretty good tonight.
And she was all over the ice and generating a lot of offense. And so Tavia Koshelnik, because she was a factor in this game, I'm going to give her the 3rd star.
Yeah, that's a solid one. 2nd star, I might have to go. It's like there's so many options here, Josh. Like, I could really give it to Sienna Powell, Kira Grant, who played a great game. Yeah, I'm going to give it to Kira Grant, Josh. I mean,
hey, I already gave her honorable mention.
Well, I'm giving her a 2nd star because she had 3 points tonight. She led the team in points. She's over a point per game in the season. If she's played all the games that the other players are playing, she's only played 13.
That's a good point.
Other players have played 20.
Yeah.
She would easily be leading scorer on this hockey team.
That's a good point.
So I'm giving her 2nd star. I mean, that's another excellent performance. She's been so good recently as of late. So I'm giving her 2nd star.
Okay. Cadence Richard had 2 goals, but we didn't give any love so far to Taya Christie, who had the shutout.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Taya Christie had a great game, but the amount of chances, she didn't have to do a lot.
There weren't too many grade H chances.
Yeah.
I'll say that much, but you can't downplay a shutout.
Yeah,
though.
that's fair.
So
I mean, also shout out to Heidi Moose. I mean, she had a great game as well. We only netted 4 on 37 shots. So
yeah,
great game for her. We could have had a lot more. So that's an honorable mention for sure.
So yeah, I'll have to give it to Christie though, because a shutout is a shutout, right?
Fair enough.
And so yeah, but big shout out to Cadence Richards with a couple goals.
Yeah.
With her 6th and 7th goals of the season.
Yeah.
And she had a great game too. Again, a defender.
Yeah.
With
scoring multiple goals.
Yeah.
They jump in the play. They can score from the point. They can do everything. So great.
So from one shutout to another, neither of these 2 opposing teams in the building scored a goal against the Junior Oilers.
Yeah, crazy.
It was 4-0 Junior Oilers White over Calgary Fire Red.
Yeah.
In the first game, another shutout.
Yeah. Looking forward, a bit of a task tomorrow for the Junior Oilers. They take on Red Deer after beating them 6-1 last weekend at Clareview Arena. I don't know why they're playing at Clareview. They could just be at Bill Hunter, but they're not. So they're playing them at Clareview. And then the next game they play at Rogers Place on Sunday, January 26th at 1:15 p.m. We're going to be on the call for that. It's not going to be live on Flow Hockey, but I'm pretty sure they'll have the recording up. I'm not sure how that's all going to work. But, again, they're taking on Lloyd, so that's going to be a good hockey game as well. So playing two of the top 2-3 teams, right? So
you could still get tickets for that. You
Yep.
get tickets online. You just follow the Junior Oilers White on the social media. They'll have links up. And you can get tickets online and check out the Junior Oilers at Rogers Place. It's always fun. It's a fun time.
It was a good game between Orange and Blue. In my opinion, it wasn't the best game that we could have seen from Orange and Blue, but it was a decent game. So, it should be a fun one between White and Lloyd, especially if White can come out to make it 22-0. Hopefully they win tomorrow against Red Deer.
Red Deer.
But they've got a pretty hard schedule coming up, and they had one earlier. They should keep if they play like how they did tonight. They're going to keep finding ways to win hockey games.
Yeah, I mean, if they play the way they win tonight, it's definitely a win.
Yeah, which they'll probably win out if they play like they did tonight every single game.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Not much else to get into the girls. One more note. Last time they were in Rogers, we were talking to the coaches before the game. They were like, it was a bit of a sloppy game. A lot of the cameras out, right? Like, kind of a lot going on. But I mean, we'll see. It definitely hurt Blue a little bit, Josh, in that game. The spotlight of the game at Rogers Place. So we'll see what kind of effect that does to this team. It'll be interesting to see going into the game because they said last year wasn't a great game from them. So we'll see. Lloyd is a good task. We'll see in that one.
Yeah.
Let's get to the boys now. Let's move over. I mean, the girls are the best team in the organization, but the boys team's unbelievable as well.
Yeah, both squads doing well. Orange, they weren't playing tonight, but Blue was against the Lancers.
Yep.
2-0, another shutout.
Yep.
That one was a way closer game, and we mentioned in the pregame, if Lancers were going to have a chance in that game, they had to keep it close. They had to keep it low scoring. They did.
So
they did.
If I'm looking at this right, Fort Sask just beat Sherwood Park 2-1.
Oh wow!
So that is
That's
a
huge.
big. I'm not sure if that is an overtime. I'm looking right now. No, that is.
Sherwood Park is number 1 in the division.
Yes, this is just regular time.
That's big.
So that would move. The Junior Oilers over top of St. Albert. I mean, not St. Albert, Sherwood Park. But also something to note: St. Albert also is winning going into the third 5-1 over Leduc. So that probably is a win, Josh. If I was going to say, that's probably a win. 5-1 going into the third period.
Yeah.
So St. Albert wins that. So that means Blue and St. Albert
remain
tied for first place.
Yeah.
And guess what, Josh? They play tomorrow night. So let's break down this game though by the Junior Oilers. As there's a lot of stat implications and stuff like that. A 2-0 win over Lloyd. Shots were 37-33. It was a pretty close game, Josh. Looking at the standings, you wouldn't say it would be a close game, but it was a tight game.
Well, that's what I was saying. If Lancers going to have a chance in the game, they got to keep it close, and they did throughout the entire game. It was 1-0 up until Brinkman scored that empty netter at the end of the game.
Yeah, it was close.
I was actually really impressed the way the Lancers were able to play that hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
And even though there was over 35 shots, there wasn't that many grade A chances for the Junior Oilers Blue.
Yeah.
There just wasn't.
Yeah.
The Lancers did a terrific job of clogging up the middle and playing good in the defense because they had to defend a lot of that hockey game.
Yeah.
They were just defending, I'd say, like 70% of the game?
Yeah.
They were in their own zone?
Yeah.
And they didn't allow the Oilers to have any crazy opportunities.
No.
And you got to give the Lancers credit.
Yeah.
They beat the Oilers the last time they met, and they were one bounce away from tying the game up.
Yeah,
right?
It was some great saves from Nathan Salisbury as well. That's
my goodness.
Big credit to them.
Salisbury was, I think we gave him the first star. Didn't we,
Yeah.
earlier?
The stars of the game for that. I'm trying to remember totally. I think I gave Nathan Gunther 3.
Yeah, and
you
I
gave Zwiers 2, and I gave Salisbury 1. Those were the stars of the game.
Yeah, Malachi
for that
Zwiers,
one, solid as well.
Yeah, the goaltender for the Lancers.
Always does well against the Junior Oilers Blue.
Unbelievable game for him. He only gave up 1 goal, and but ultimately the reason why the Oilers won that game.
Yeah,
Nathan Salisbury.
very good.
Salisbury was
solid.
the difference maker.
Which we saw at Rogers Place. He kept them in that hockey game.
He did.
You said it would likely be a blowout for Orange if it wasn't for Nathan Salisbury, especially at the start of that first period.
Yeah.
Maybe the worst period I've seen from Blue, beside the last time they played Sherwood Park at home.
I mean the way they were playing, but that's old news.
Yeah.
In this game, they bounced back.
Which they should have. Playing a team like this, you have to get wins down the stretch against a team like this.
Well, you got to get the W, but I mean, it was all Salisbury.
Yeah.
He was the reason. He was the star of the game.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they're going to go back to him tomorrow.
Well, they have to because Berard's hurt right now, so they're not going to go to the affiliate.
I guess not,
probably. Yeah, they've been riding him because he's been hurt. So
yeah,
they're going to keep getting him. I mean, he could be a little tired though, coming into a big game, having to play Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So getting a bit more of a workload than he usually would,
true.
right?
But with that said, you could also, you could be riding that
right.
heat wave.
Yep.
Because I mean, my goodness, what a game! And Gunther scored in that game with his 9th of the year.
Game-winning goal. Breaking his pointless streak, which is good to see.
And then Brinkman, put the cherry on top with the empty netter and his 8th of the season.
Both assisted by our boy Memphis, so shout out to him.
Yeah,
and Denikin,
I mean,
gave me a nod before the game, which is always good to see.
28 points on the year for Memphis.
Leading.
And
he's an 09. He's 15 years old. So
well, yeah, we mentioned this
future.
Mentioned this time and time again. Like he just started playing hockey in 2020 full time.
Yeah,
which is insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But yeah,
tomorrow's game should be good though.
Yeah,
should be a lot of fun.
Some North Division stuff. Lloyd's playing Fort Sask tomorrow at 10:30. Orange is taking on Leduc at 2:00. So we will have the result of that game by the end.
Yeah,
St.
for
Albert
our pregame we'll have the results for that.
St. Albert takes on Blue at 7:30.
Okay.
And then the next game would be Friday night when we are back here. Orange takes on Grand Prairie, which should be a fun one. So we'll see if Orange gets right back into this because Fort Sask takes another 2 points over top of Orange.
Exactly.
So we'll see if Orange can kind of match that tomorrow.
Yeah, they gotta stay pace if they. I mean, you don't want the Rangers to get too far ahead of you, right?
No.
So big game for them tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be a fun one to watch. Blue and St. Albert ranked. It's a ranked game. It's rated one of the top matchups this week in the CEHL. So all of Canadian Elite Hockey going to be a fun one tomorrow. Should be a great game.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be. It could go either way, really. It'd be interesting to see how
It
Blue
totally
responds. Right.
It totally could.
Yeah.
And I mean, if Salisbury's taking the net once again, I mean that's a lot of workload in the last week. But I guess they have to if Berard's not going to be available.
St. Albert's a juggernaut offensively. 133 goals for to Blues 102. So been very, very good this year at putting pucks in the back of the net. And Salisbury, I mean, the last few games has been very, very incredible, Josh.
Yeah, I know he's been a stud, but are they going to ride him that hard against a team that has that much firepower?
They have to. I think
it's going to be a heck of a game.
Yeah,
cannot wait for that. We'll be here for the pregame, right? Game's at 7:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:30.
Yeah, so we should be
should be good.
Should be able to get the pregame in if all goes well. Another cold day tomorrow.
Oh man, it's so cold in Edmonton right now.
So freezing. Yeah,
the weather's so weird. It goes from like hot to cold. It's like,
dude, it sucks.
Yeah.
I'm like dreading going outside, but
just to get home, be outside for the 5 minutes or 5 seconds even that we're outside to head home from Bill Hunter. But
hey, we shouldn't be complaining. We're Canadians. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're Canadians. We got a hockey podcast. Let's stop our complaining here.
Yeah, I would agree. Fun one tomorrow. Sherwood Park, big loss. I don't really even have anything else to get into.
Yeah.
Other than tomorrow is going to be fun. And
today was fun.
yeah, today
two
was
shutout
awesome.
wins for our teams.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for more,
Yeah.
right?
We just need Jacko's orange to start figuring it out here in the regular season. So
Yeah. Well, a couple big game tomorrow and a couple big games next weekend for Orange. One on Friday, and then Orange and Blue once again
Saturday.
on Saturday.
Which will always be.
That's going to be so
When
much
is
fun.
Blue going to get their number? This is my question. Like, when are they going to figure them out?
Who
Manning's
knows?
Blue against Jacko's orange. I don't know when we're going to figure it out here against your team.
It's always fun though.
Oh,
it's always
I mean,
fun.
it's always a tight game, but
Yeah.
and then Lloyd Minister taking on Junior Oilers Whites on the Sunday, which I mean, Lloyd is sneaking their way up the standings. Josh, I'm just pulling up the standings one more time here. St. Albert lost tonight to Rocky Mountain, which we mentioned on the broadcast. They're okay, so they still are a decent amount of points back, but if Lloyd, they have 2 less games played than St. Albert.
Yeah,
If they let's say they win those 2 games, they're 3 points back of St. Albert. So they are right in the mix, Josh. And Red Deer's kind of been on the fall right now as well. They're 5-3 and 0-2 in their last 10, and Lloyd is 7-3 in their last 10.
Bless me.
Yeah, Jacko's got a cold, but yeah.
Stay away.
Lloyd
Stay away.
Lloyd is 7-3 in their last 10, so
Well,
been fire.
They are on fire, but at this point, it's like it's a race for second place.
Right. Yeah,
Right.
well, we've been knowing that.
Hey.
We've been knowing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one to end on. 20-0-0, and both teams getting a shutout tonight. That was it was a lot of fun. We'll be back tomorrow night, as we've said. That was the Junior Oil with Manny and Jacko.
Thanks for watching.